Hello everybody, it's me, Corbin Bones, and today I'm going to be talking more about Gnosticism and Carl Jung's influence on both art and culture. And I realized I neglected to really explain what Gnosticism was, and to explain how Carl Jung's psychology and theories are directly inspired by Gnosticism, but I'll explain that to you now. So Gnosticism is a branch of Christianity that also branches out into many other forms of Christianity and even atheism, and I would say National Socialism. Like, I would say that Gnosticism really, it just like Christianity has branched out into so many other things, but I would say that Gnosticism is a bunch of heretical beliefs that have sort of been combined into one religion, and there's just so many ideas in Gnosticism that explaining it in a short way is completely impossible. One thing that Gnostics believe in is that there is a material God that created the earth, and that this God is actually evil, or is a dragon, or possibly even the devil. And they also believe in this other good God, which is the Elohim, the God of gods, the creator of everything. And these are two different deities, and Jesus Christ is supposed to be the son of Elohim and not the son of Yahweh, the materialist deity. And this actually also has led not to just National Socialism, but a form of Satanism, where people believe that the Old Testament God is the devil, and that he keeps us in touch with the material world, and the Christians want to escape this material world into this spiritual, psychological kind of reality, while the Satanists and atheists want to stay in the, object materialist reality. There's also the Gnostic belief that there is, that you need to have a balance of good and evil. Like, there are Gnostics that believe that the evil God and the good God are actually both, yin yang. Like, they're both sides of the same coin, and that you need both. And then there are the ones that just say flat out that the Old Testament Yahweh is evil, and that Elohim is actually the true God, and Jesus Christ is actually a metaphor for humans evolving and fulfilling our potential. Gnostics also believe in certain ancient Jewish and Hindu beliefs or whatever. Like, they believe in the pineal gland is their way of communicating with higher beings, and then that plays into Carl Jung's theory that we have. No, not Carl Jung. Sigmund Freud's theory that plays into evolution, that we inherit certain memories from our ancestors, and then that plays into a lot of Carl Jung's ideas. And a lot of German psychology is based on evolution, and Gnosticism is sort of the perfect Christian argument for evolution. Gnosticism also plays into Nietzsche's will to power ideas, or the ideas of the Übermensch, because the Gnostics believe that if you believe in something hard enough, that it sort of comes true, and that truth comes from our thoughts, and that plays into Carl Jung and Nietzsche's ideas a lot. And those are the kinds of ideas that inspired Adolf Hitler to do the things that he did, because he wanted to be the Übermensch. He wanted to be because part of Gnosticism is that morality doesn't really matter, and that you should just do what you can because of power. You should do what you can to obtain power, and that power is actually what... something I mentioned briefly in my previous video is that Griffith is, supposed to be an example of the Gnostic pursuing power through gods and betraying his friends. And that's not the only thing in Berserk relating to Gnosticism, obviously. There are plenty of other times where Berserk has referenced Gnosticism, but one that's really interesting is when Griffith meets God, because God in the world of Berserk is also all evil. He's an evil god, but also he's this unconscious thing that exists because people wanted it to exist. And, that all plays into Gnosticism. And that also plays into Silent Hill. Another thing that I forgot to mention in my previous video is that the god of Silent Hill, that is both good and evil, was created by humans because they willed it to exist. They wanted this higher power to exist, and they were miserable and nihilistic without it, so they had to bring it into existence. Another series that I think is definitely Gnostic inspired is the Nightmare on Elm Street series. I think that there's just a lot of things that can't be coincidences. Like in Nightmare on Elm Street, the characters can go into each other's dreams, almost like there is some kind of collective unconscious, and the way Freddy Krueger exists is sort of Gnostic, the way people will him to exist by being afraid of him, and when people aren't afraid of him, he doesn't exist. And even the fact that he is a supernatural, but also psychological deity, I think shows that there's some Gnosticism there. And even the way he got his powers from making a deal with these demon spirit things, it all seems pretty Gnostic to me. I almost forgot to mention that in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, a lot of people say that the secret message of the movie is that it's actually gay. But I disagree. I think it's actually about the shadow self, and that Freddy Krueger is supposed to be Jesse's shadow self in the story, and his secret, is his evil thoughts and desires controlling him, and how he has to sort of get over that. Now, I want to make it clear that I do not consider myself a Gnostic. There might be certain Gnostic ideas I believe in or find interesting, but I wouldn't say that I am a Gnostic the same way that I believe in a lot of things of objectivism, but I wouldn't call myself an objectivist. I just think that there's truth in a lot of these philosophies and religions, and I think it's good to listen and learn about these things. And I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope if you have anything interesting to say it in the comments below.
Comment. Valerie Flowers is the best YouTuber. I'm his biggest fan. He really entertains me with his videos. What a guy.
Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original.